Alright, today I'm going to show you how I prep. I'm going to show you how I prep inserts here. These are doublers. I have some organic cotton doublers. I have some 3-layer bamboo inserts for pockets, and I have some 4-layer bamboo blend inserts for pockets where it's bamboo on the outside and microfiber on the inside. Anytime you have natural fiber like bamboo or cotton or hemp, they need to be what's called prepped, meaning you need to do a little bit of work to it to begin with so that it will be absorbent enough. If you just try to use it like this, brand new, it's not going to be able to absorb a lot. It has some natural oils in it that need to be stripped out of the fabric so that it can absorb. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I take a little teensy bit of dish soap and then I put them in a big pot on the stove and boil them for about 30 to 35 minutes or so. The other way you can do it is wash it in the washer on hot with a little bit of laundry soap, but then you have to wash it like 6 times, wash and dry it like 6 times in a row. I find it much easier just to boil them and then wash them once after. You just can't boil anything that has snaps, elastic, or PUL or TPU. It just has to be just the natural fibers. Because if you tried, I mean, you could do it with some like inserts that have snaps in them, but then the snaps will melt and that's not good. Okay, so this is the way I do it. I just find it to be less work and like low maintenance. I just stick it on the stove, turn on the timer for like the 30 minutes, and then when it's all done, I take it and put it in the washing machine and do it once. Much less work, less water, less energy, less time, and then in the end you still get some inserts that are very absorbent. Okay, and while my inserts are boiling, I'm gonna make a smoothie. I just decided I'm just gonna throw together a couple things and see how it turns out. I have some frozen strawberry, raspberry, and blueberry. I have a little bit of lemonade, a little bit of apple juice, a little bit of plain yogurt, and then I have some squash and some peaches, because we still have a bunch of baby food left. So I'm trying to use that up, and we'll see how it tastes. Definitely not bad. That's pretty good. You want some, Cal? Let me get some for him. You like it? You like it? Mmm.
Uh-oh.
What's your milk? Smoothie. Mmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yummy. You like it? Is that delicious?
Whoa. Oh, whoa. Ooh. Whoa. Uh-oh.
It's not uh-oh when you throw it down on purpose, silly. Mistake, silly. Do you love your doggy?
Whoa.
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 Whoa. You gonna drink your smoothie? Mmm. So I'm on my way to go babysit for a couple of hours. I got some kind of big news, you guys. Okay. So today, they posted the results for Petty Officer Advancement. Fortunately, Justin did not advance to 3rd class, which is E4. There was someone with the exact same name, first, middle initial, last name, as him, who was a HT3. He was going for HM3. So when I did like the Control F to like search for the name, because it's like so many names, and it like starts making you go cross-eyed trying to look for the person you're looking for. So I searched for his name, and this guy popped up, and I was like excited for a minute there, like, Justin Taylor! Awesome! This is great! And then I realized that was a T and not an M, and then I was like, oh, I was pretty bummed. So, that's the bad news. We're both pretty bummed about that. He's especially bummed about that. He did talk to his chief today about C-schools. Because that was something he had been considering, because, you know, she's been trying to get a hold of a detailer for the orders, and this month is closing up, so he was going to have to wait at least another couple weeks for the next round to open up. And, you know, it's starting to get to the wire where it could get to the point where they just throw him in something, just to put him in something, and where he would have absolutely no say about it whatsoever, and he was, like, nervous about that. So, his chief was like, well, I could put in a packet for you for C-school, and I can do that within 24 hours. So we sat down with her today in the morning, and they looked over. She called the C-school detailer, which is apparently nowhere near as busy as the regular guys. And so he told her, yeah, I've got like pretty much everything open. Now there's some things where he may or may not be approved for, but there's one that he was considering, which is PMT, Preventative Medicine Technician. PMT, he is pre-approved to take that. So if he puts in a packet for that, he would for sure get that. The 6-month course. So since it's 6 months or more, the Navy will pay for me and Caledon to move with him to San Antonio, Texas, which is where the school is, which is where his A school is. So that's pretty cool, especially I actually have 2 of my best friends live in San Antonio. So that'd be pretty nice. And I remember when he was there for A school and I went and visited a couple times, I was like, you know, it's not a bad area, I wouldn't mind living here. Another thing he's thinking of is it's closer to California. So we'll already be like halfway there. It might make it more likely for us to get California orders after. One of the downsides to this, aside from having to move twice within the same year, which just it seems very overwhelming to me right now, and the reality of it hitting me, he was kind of bummed because he expected me to be excited, and I was kind of like, and he felt like he made a bad decision, and I was like, no, like, I understand the logic of why you were thinking of doing this, and, you know, this is, and then, like I've always said, this is his career, and I want him to be happy. But, oh my god, moving, and then moving again, it's hard enough to move it all, and just, yeah, okay. But anyway, he will have to go to FMTB training first, which is approximately 3-ish months, depending how long it takes to class up and all that stuff. So he said as soon as he gets the hard copy orders for the C school, the Navy will pay to move us to San Antonio then, which could probably be about October-ish. And we could move there first while he goes to FMTB, which would either be Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, which is about 4 hours south of here, or Camp Pendleton, which is in North County, San Diego. So we will have to be separated for a couple of months, which is going to really suck. But that's, you know, just part of the territory. So the thing to think about too, and part of why I'm feeling really overwhelmed and just had this deer in the headlights look on my face while we were talking about this, is, okay, so what do I need to decide what I'm going to do while he's at this training? Am I going to just kick it in San Antonio, get our house set up? Should I go home to San Diego to visit for a while? If I do, what am I going to do with our stuff? What am I going to do with Jake? Like, all these things that I have to think about. But if he does his FMTB training, that makes him also an 8404 NEC as well. So that gives him those options for orders, and it makes it more likely for him to be able to do the green side and work with the Marines, which is what he really wants to do. So apparently these are kind of sought after as well, and they don't, they can't send everyone there. So a lot of people are like wanting to do C schools and wanting to do FMTB, and he has this opportunity in front of him. So that's probably what's going to happen. Like, it's not official yet because he hasn't put in the packet and stuff, but that's probably what's going to happen with this now. So a few months from now, we're moving probably to San Antonio, and we'll be there for about 6 to 9 months, maybe a year tops. Depends on how long it takes him to class up and how long, like if he has to be on hold for a while after he's done. So when he was in A school, his roommate in the barracks was a guy who was in C school for surgery tech. And that guy had finished his school already, and he was on hold. He had orders to go to Jacksonville, and he was waiting still to be able to go. Like, they didn't have his spot open ready for him yet. So he had a couple months that he was just waiting. So long story short, sometimes you can finish training and still have a little while before you can go move on to your next command. So Jenny and Nicole, I bet you're happy about that. He thinks it'll give him some better options. He also feels like it'll make it more likely for him to promote. He said having the FMTB training adds another like 10 points or something to his evals. So it definitely doesn't hurt. Lastly, like, he's wanting to plan ahead. He wants to do something that's going to prepare him well for after he leaves the Navy. So this preventative medicine, it's pretty all-encompassing. It does a lot of stuff. Like, think health inspector type stuff, doing the vaccinations, doing like the, I guess apparently when guys are about to deploy, they give them like a lecture about STDs. Like the PMT guys do that. They do like water sanitation stuff. They work with the culinary specialists about food safety, all that stuff. He's definitely still wanting to probably put in a packet to join the nurse corps and go officer instead of enlisted. This will only help that. It won't hurt that. But yeah, he's trying to think ahead. He's very strongly leaning towards this. He thinks this is the best option with what he's got. And mainly what he's really excited about is not so much the PMT, but that it gives him an in to the FMTB, and so then he can do 8404, working with Marines, which is really what he wants, really bad. I'm not too thrilled about that, to be honest. Because that means 8404 means going with the Marines on their deployments, and that means places like Afghanistan and like war zones, and I know somebody's got to do it. It's just very scary because the Corpsman Rate is the most decorated rate in the Navy. There's a reason for that. It's because a lot of them die, and a lot of them die because they go into war. And that's just very scary. But I know I want him to be happy, and it's his career, not mine. I mean, if he wants to do that, I mean, I don't think he necessarily wants to go into war per se, but he just likes taking care of Marines. Like, so that's where we're at right now. Is most likely he's going to C school. Most likely, I am moving to San Antonio for at least a few months, and so it'll be a while longer before we know where we're going to end up after that. Yeah, so that's the big news today. It's a kind of a big deal, and I guess I'll know more about it in the coming days. guys, I'm really excited. I got off the phone with my dad, and I talked to him about what's going on with Justin's orders and, you know, this tentative plan with the C school and everything. While Justin is at FMTB, I can stay here and wait to go to San Antonio when he does. I can go to San Antonio right away and just wait for him. I'm like, or I can go to San Diego and stay with you guys, if that's okay with you. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so I guess, like, I'd have the movers take the stuff to San Antonio and put it in storage till we're ready for it. But I'm like, but what would I have to figure out what I would do with Jake, though. And he's like, bring Jake with you. And I was like, oh, like, he can stay at your house? He's like, yeah. You know, Kylie wants a dog, and I guess he said that would be, like, a good test to see if she would be, like, responsible with doing the, like, duties of taking care of the dog, because my dad doesn't want to have to do it. So, hello, I'm, like, so excited now, you guys. Like, that solves that. So, like, I can stay in San Diego. I'm gonna have Jake with us. I don't worry about getting rid of him. Basically, I'll just have the movers take the stuff, put it in storage till we're ready for it. Like, I think we can have them keep it up to 6 months without paying anything. I'll have to double check on that. But, and then I'll just keep going. Like, they'll give me the money, the per diem and the mileage to drive from Virginia to Texas, and I'll just keep going. I'll just go all the way to California. Like, how amazing is this? So this can actually happen, and I can actually have some time to be home, help cure my homesickness a little bit, go to Disneyland a couple times. Like, I can eat, like, I'll probably get, like, the military, like, you know, 3-day passes or something. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But, like, this could really happen, you guys. Like, I'm so excited about this. So, my dad's really stoked because he loves Cal, and I'm sure Cal will love it too. He was really excited to talk to my dad on speakerphone a little bit. And, like, love Jake too. Don't have to worry about that. Like, and then when I go to San Antonio, I'll be there with my friends. Like, Justin's right, we'll be halfway in between here in California. So, it'll basically cost them the same to move us either direction. So, this is, like, amazing, you guys. Like, I know God has a plan and things work out the way that they do for a reason, and I think this is exactly what, like, needs to happen. Like, I think this is the best thing for us. This is really awesome. I'm really stoked about it. Good morning. We are on our way to go babysit the 2 boys we babysit twice a month, and it is raining today. So that kind of threw a wrench in getting ready this morning, because I had planned, you know, outfits for warm weather, because it was very hot and sunny yesterday. I wasn't paying close attention to the weather forecast, so I had to find an outfit and grab a different change of clothes for the diaper bag, and a different long sleeve outfit for me, and find my boots instead of just throwing on flip-flops, etc. So I am a little tiny bit late. Luckily she lives like literally 5 minutes from me, so I'm already halfway there. Look at this, you guys. It's pouring rain. Pouring. It was pouring when we came out to the car too. We got so wet just walking into the car because it was raining so hard. It is raining. We are on our way up to Hampton to go to the Air and Space Museum. But that might be fun to do with the boys. And then after that, we'll see if Amanda is free. Today is her birthday. It's her grand birthday. Happy birthday, Amanda. Maybe we'll get to see her while we're up there. There's some, like, little fishing boats out on the water right now. Those poor guys. It must be kind of rough. My windshield's going as fast as possible with this boy. Tunnel. Are we on the plane? Uh-oh. some fighter jet. Now buckle up. No. Oh no, we're crashing.
No. Hey!
You see all the lights? You see all the lights flashing? You want to fly us? You flying the plane? Okay. I'm gonna touch. Look. Look at all these buttons. Crashing. Oh, look at all those switches. Take the brake off. Cow. You wanna fly? Come on, let's go fly some paper airplane. Johnny, we have to stay together as a family. Let's go. Let's go. Wow. Okay. I made this paper airplane. Let's see how it flies. Epic fail. I guess my airplane folding talents end with just the airplane fold for flat diapers. Apparently I can't do so well with paper airplanes. Ha. Jeez. Whoa. See how much Paladin weighs. Step up.
Oh, what?
30 pounds. 30 pounds? You're a big boy. Where are you going? Let's see how much you weigh on Jupiter. 67 pounds on Jupiter. That is crazy. What about on Pluto? On Pluto, you're 1 pound. You would just float away. No.
No ordinary boat we're standing on, but a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. A massive, floating airport capable of launching a fleet of Navy fighters 1 every 10 seconds. I'm a shooter. My job is to direct the planes to a successful launch. Because it's so noisy on deck, the pilot and the launch crew communicate by hand signals. So, how would you like to launch a fighter jet? Grab your wand and I'll show you the key signals needed to move your aircraft down the runway to a successful launch.
We're gonna go say hi to Amanda. It's her birthday today, and we're already up here on the peninsula anyway, so I'm just taking a little bit of a detour. I'm going to say hi to her while she's at work at JCPenney.
Yes. What is that mess? Hi.
Say happy birthday to Miss Amanda.
Happy birthday. Do you say happy birthday? As soon as the camera comes out, huh?
He's like, no, I'm just gonna flirt with you. Be coy. Okay, this is the water we were crossing earlier. When it was raining, you couldn't tell. But over there is the really big Navy base. So, I get home. Looks like Daddy wore someone out. Someone crashed out big time, just in the middle of the floor. Isn't he so cute?